everyone, welcome to HR Sigma Path. So today's video is all about the HR areas or departments. So what does HR actually do? So we will be seeing here in this video. So we'll start from the talent acquisition department, where we call it HR department or a hiring department. So talent acquisition is to finding, attracting, and hiring the right people for the right roles. So from finding talent to building careers or HR teams do it all. So let's break it down. What steps are inside the talent acquisition? So sourcing candidates. HR scouts talent from job portals. So job portals like LinkedIn, referral codes, or even from the college campus. So it's like a like sourcing from portal as well as from the references or the college campuses. Then comes the screening resume. So HR filter through hundred of resumes to shortlist the best fit. So looking for like skills, experiences, or the alignment with the role. So that all comes into screening. Then there is a employee branding, where HR makes the company to look attractive to the candidates. So it is through the social media or career pages or the cultural videos they make for the company. And there is a conducting interview. So they often like take the first round to assess communication, how the communication of the candidate, then the what is the attitude, and what is the like, is it or is he or she culturally fit for the company or not. Then guide panelists on what to ask to the this particular candidate. Then there is a stakeholder coordination. So stakeholder coordination means managing the communication and collaboration between all the people involved in the HR or the hiring process. Okay. So it is not just the candidate and the HR. And suppose I'll tell you, imagine HR is hiring a software engineer. So hiring manager wants someone with few skills like React JS or Node.js. So HR screens the resume and send the top 5 or 10 resume to the manager. Then interview panelists are looped in for interviews. Then HR books slots and share the evaluation form. Then finance department comes in. Then they approve few or some certain package for the candidate. Then IT setups the laptop, accounts, tools for the candidate, and then HR keeps everyone updated in a loop. And it is just to ensure that candidate joins the company smoothly. Then there is a managing offer process. So managing offer process is like HR handles salary negotiations, and they draft a offer letter and ensure the candidate say yes at the time and show up on the day one of their job. Then there is a learning development this department. So HR's way of turning rookies into rock stars. So it's not just about training, it is about building the skills, boosting employees confidence, and preparing employees for the future wanting skills or if there is other project, and if they need some technology or skills, then they train the employees so that they can join that project in future or in some other companies or same companies. So yeah, so here we will break it down in assessing learning needs here. So before designing any training, HR first figures out what employees actually need to learn. So this is called a learning needs assessment. So they use like surveys and performance reviews and feedbacks of the managers and the skill gap analysis to identify what is missing. Then there is a creating e-learning content. So once the needs are clear by those feedback and reviews or surveys, so then HR curates a learning content. So this could be in videos, quizzes, case studies, or interactive modules. So many companies also tie up with the education platform, like there is Udemy, which is very famous. Then LinkedIn is there, and then Coursera is there, and they are to offer certified courses. Then measuring learning impact. So HR does not just deliver the training, they measure the impact of this training. So they check whether the employees are improving after taking the training, are they applying what they have learned. So HR tracks the attendance, test scores, feedback, and performance changes to evaluate the success. Then delivering a workshop. So workshops are the main part of L&D. So HR organizes a session. It can be online, or it can be in person, like offline trainings. So where employees learn through activities, or a role play, or a group discussion. So these are often led by the internal experts, or sometimes they hire the external trainer. So now moving forward with the employee relation or labor relation. So HR is not just about hiring or training. So they also protect the workplace here. So from handling complaints and complaints to enforcing the policies. So HR ensures the fairness, safety, and respect inside the company. So what comes under it is conducting the investigation. Okay, so suppose there is an employee, and he reports the bullying issue. So HR first, what they do, they interview the witnesses who has witnessed that particular incident. Then they reviews emails, and then prepare a report for leadership. So all while protecting the privacy. So when the serious issue arrives, like as I've told you, a bullying one, or like a harassment, fraud, or misconduct, so HR conducts the internal investigation, and then they gather the facts, and they interview people, and they document everything. And then comes the handling grievance disciplinary process. So, and suppose an employee feels excluded from the team meetings. So, HR reviews the situation and speaks to the manager and ensures the inclusive practices are followed. So, here a grievance is a formal. It's the grievance is a formal complaint. Okay, and it is raised by an employee. So HR listens, investigate, and then resolve it. So whether it is about the unfair treatment of the for the employee, or the policy violation, or any workplace behavior. And what is the disciplinary process? So disciplinary process, in that when rules are broken, so HR follows a structured disciplinary process. So this includes a warning documentation, or sometimes it is going to be a termination, but always with fairness and the legal compliance. So if an employee repeatedly violates the attendance policy, then HR issues up, first of all they issue the verbal warning, then they issue the written one, and then finally takes action if the behavior of the employee does not improve. Then advising policy and the legal compliance. So if a manager wants to deduct pay for a late arrivals, so HR explains the legal limits and suggests a performance based approach instead. So HR advises managers and employees on company policies and labor laws. So they ensure that decision like promotion, termination, or leave approval, they follow the legal and the ethical standards. Yeah. So now HR operation system. So in HR, it is not just about the people, so it is about system also. So behind every smooth onboarding, or we get the accurate pay slip or a training tracker, so it's a well-oiled HR machine. So in that we have like these are the steps, or these are the things which comes under that. Okay, so in maintaining HR system, so HR systems are digital platform that stores the employee data. So employee data can have um, employees name, ID, PAN number, UN number, account number, and many things. So here we get the track of employees data, then we track the attendance, manage the leaves, and run the payroll. So HR ensures these systems are updated, secure, and user friendly. Then managing the payroll and onboarding of workflow. So HR sets up a workflow that connects different tasks. So like onboarding and payroll. So when a new employee joins, the system triggers steps like documentation collection. So in documentation we can have education documentation, then the bank documentations, then if he or she is having any accounts related, so this is all comes under the documentation collection, and then bank setups, then the PF registration, and the salary configuration. Then there is a automation and the process improvement. So HR uses automation to save time and to reduce the errors. So from auto generating pay slips to sending reminders for trainings or birthdays, or a smart workflow, so make HR faster and smarter. So suppose instead of sending manual birthday wishes, HR sets up an automated email that goes out with a personalized message, or any rewards or coupon if they want to send. Then there is a data integrity and reporting. So like HR handles the sensitive data. Okay, so this sensitive data can have salaries, then IDs, or a performance scores. So they ensure accuracy, privacy, and compliance. So they also generate reports for leadership, like attrition trends, or the training completion, or the headcount analysis. Then the next one is compensation and benefits. So compensation and benefits is HR's way of rewarding the employees. So it can be like competitively or strategically. So it is not just about the salary, it is about designing the pay structure, then offering perks, and keeping everything aligned with market standards, and like that. So let's break it down, what else comes inside it. So yeah, designing the salary structure. So HR, suppose it's in a tech company, HR creates a different salary bands for junior, mid level, and the senior level. So each bands include basic pay, HRA, PF, or performance bonus, and everything. So it ensures the clarity and consistency. So HR designs salary structure that balance the internal fairness and the external competitiveness. So this includes everything here. Now administering the benefits program. So beyond salary, HR manages benefits like health insurance. Then there is a wellness program, and there is a meal card, or leave policies. So there are many things. So these perks boost the employee satisfaction and retention. So all coordinated by HR through external vendors. Then there is a preparing compensation proposal. So here, when hiring or promoting, so HR prepares a detailed compensation proposal. So these outline the total packages, salary, benefits, bonuses, and justify it based on the role, experience, and the budget. Then vendor and leadership communication. So HR coordinate with vendors for insurance, wellness, and payroll services, and with leadership to approve budgets. So, negotiate the offers and align the compensation strategy. Benchmarking a pay. So, HR compares internal salaries with market data to stay competitive. So, they use salary survey, industries report, and peer benchmarks to adjust the pay structure here. Now comes the HR compliance. So, HR compliance, it's all about policies, paperwork, and the legal compliance. So, from drafting rules to supporting investigation, and HR, it ensures that company stays ethical, lawful, and audit ready for everything. So, let's break down what comes inside this. Drafting and updating HR policy. So HR creates and update the policies that guide the employee's behavior, then its rights and responsibilities. Okay. So these include leave rules, remote work guidelines, and anti-harassment policies, and many more. Then ensuring employment law compliance. So for example, when the PF wage ceiling changes, so HR updates payroll systems and inform employees about new deduction. So HR ensures that the company follows a labor laws like minimum wages, PF, ESI, maternity benefits, and working hours, and many more. So they stay updated on legal changes and adjust the policies accordingly. Then there are offer paperwork support. So, HR prepares and managing offer documents, including the appointment letters, NDAs, and joining forms. So, these must be accurate and legally sound and customized to each role. So, if a senior hire receives an offer letter, so with clauses of probation, notice period, and confidentiality, so all is drafted by HR. Then supporting investigation and training. So when misconduct or complaints arise, suppose after a harassment complaint, HR investigates discreetly and then roll out a mandatory POSH training for all the employees. So, HR supports the investigation by gathering the facts, interviewing employee, and maintaining the confidentiality. So, they also conduct a training to prevent future issues like POSH or ethic workshops. Then, conducting audits and regulatory reportings. So, HR prepares for internal and external audits. So it ensures all records, filings, and reports are accurate. So they submit the statutory reports like PF returns. Then there is a Form 16 and compliance certificates. Okay. So now payroll administration. So payroll is not just a kind of a button or a monthly ritual where HR and finance team up to make sure every employee gets paid correctly. So it includes all the bonuses, arrears, and deductions also in one place. So there is a run monthly cycle here. So every month HR runs the payroll cycle. So this include the calculating the salaries, and there is a deduction like PF, ESI, TDS, so reimbursement and generating pay slip. So it's a time sensitive process, and it must be accurate and compliant. Then coordinate with the finance. HR also works very closely with the finance team department, and it is to just ensure the salary budgets, tax filing, and the bank transfers are aligned. So finance approves final payout, handles the statutory filings, and ensure the compliance with audit requirement. Manage arrears and bonuses. So, suppose there is one employee. An employee's promotion was delayed by 2 months. So, HR calculate the errors for that missed hike and adds it to the current monthly salary. So sometimes salaries need adjustments. So HR calculate these separately and ensure they are added to the right month's payroll. So other than this, we have other responsibilities of payroll department too. There is like a statutory compliance. Okay, then there is like a filing returns or generating forms or generating MIS reports. So, like a statutory compliance, so payroll ensures PF, ESI, TDS, and professional tax are deducted and filed on the time. So that it avoids the penalty in audits. And filing returns and generating forms. So here, like from form 16 to quarterly TDS returns, payroll teams prepare and file the statutory documents with government portals. And for MIS report, payroll teams create a dashboard showing headcount, then a salary, and then tax liability and cost to company breakdowns for leadership. So, what does HR actually do? So, a lot more than just most people realize. They help people grow, solve problems, manage salaries, and make sure everything in the company runs smoothly. So, from first day of yours to your last pay slips, HR is always working behind the scene to support the employees or the company. So, I hope you like this video. And if you want to know more about HR or any specific topic to understand, kindly comment down below and I'll be happy to help you out. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to HR Sigma Path for such videos. Thank you so very much.